Hey guys, Chad here with the Reptile Rangers. Now I've got Balian with me today. We're at the Kernersville Reptile Zoo and Medical Center. We are going to show you something pretty cool about dart frogs, okay? We happened to come by one of our exhibits the other day. We feed them pretty much every morning. We hose them down, get their plants wet, make sure the environment is moist like it's supposed to be. And that typically gets these dart frogs active. And so after that, we'll put some fruit flies in there, and a lot of the times I like just standing there watching them. Now, I mean, again, remember, dart frogs, really, really small frogs. Beautiful, beautiful frogs. These are the green and blacks, bumblebees, and the red and blacks, blue and blacks. There's all different kinds. There's striped ones, green striped, red striped. There's multicolored ones. The dart frogs are really, really beautiful, and they're becoming very, very prevalent as in captivity for frog keepers, whether through breeding, whether just keeping as pets, or just something nicely displayed. And understand, remember, in captivity, these guys are absolutely amazing. They're really only poisonous by what these guys would eat in the wild. They eat the colored bugs, they eat poisonous bugs, insects, and then what they do is they turn around and they utilize that poison for their own defense, okay? So in captivity, fed the right amount of and the right type of insect feeders, then these guys are absolutely harmless. Now, one of the things that we feed them in captivity is, of course, fruit flies. Now, yes, you can do pinhead crickets. Again, we go back to crickets are not really all that nutritional. There are other things that these guys can eat. And remember, in relative to their size, you have to be very careful because they can take in something too big, or they can take in something that maybe they cannot get to die fast enough, such as in the case of like trying to give them a superworm. Superworms still have those little pinchers, all right? And they don't have a way to really crunch those down. So we have to feed food to these kind of guys relative to their size. And typically what works best, and most of your frog keepers will keep, is things like fruit fly cultures. They'll breed their own fruit flies. Great food. They can eat 500,000 of them in retrospect, and it's really, really small, and it gives them a great diet, okay? And also by what we feed the fruit flies, it's a great way of gut loading the fruit flies so that these frogs will get a little bit of extra nutritional content as well through the fruit flies, okay? Now, we have this cool little video here, all right? I want you to check this out and just watch these dart frogs in these two different habitats. Just watch them eating. It's really cool. Okay, guys, wasn't that absolutely cool? Bailey, did you like that?
Oh yeah, that was wicked.
That's really cool. What'd you think about those little bitty tongues?
They were micro tiny.
Micro
Super tiny.
Micro tiny tongues. All right, yeah, and they ate a bunch of them little fruit flies, didn't they?
They ate hundreds of thousands of them a day.
And one of the cool things about these little guys is when they get those little long middle toes of twitching.
You can't even see it. It's like they're invisible when they go up and down.
You have to watch it. All right, now there's a couple of theories behind why these guys twitch their toes. Any of them could be right. We really don't 100% know exactly why they do this. Could it be they're just excited and they're just wiggling those toes because there's food running around? That's one theory. Another theory is they may be tapping the ground because they have not the greatest of eyesight. They can see, they have good eyesight, but it's not the greatest of eyesight. And of course, fruit flies being so small, they can hide in the midst amongst that moss and amongst the plants and things like that. And so one of the theories is that maybe as they're banging their toes, they're actually stirring them. It creates a vibration that will keep the fruit flies moving so they can see them and hit them. Another theory, and one that we utilize, especially like in copperheads with those little yellow tips to the tail, and they twitch that tip. It'll draw the lizard or the frog in so that they can eat their food. The other theory is that when they're twitching their tails, that it would attract the fruit flies or the prey into them. Now, in the case of fruit flies, something as big, and even though it's small, something as big as the toes of these frogs is much, much bigger than, of course, the fruit flies. So I highly doubt that they're trying to attract the fruit flies in. It would be something just a little bit bigger than that, but that may be a theory as well. So there's three theories, okay? One is, again, tapping to vibrate them up. Another one is they're just doggone excited because they're eating. And then another one would be due to trying to attract prey in, okay? So that's three theories as to why they do that. It just looks really cool. Even in the scientifically, even being in the scientific field, I think it just looks cool. It's really, really cool. And these guys are absolutely beautiful. Now, again, remember, these guys are really small but amazing, amazing creatures. Some of them have great abilities to climb, and their habitats are really awesome to be able to set up and be able to work with all the living plants, the living ecosystems, being able to have isopods and springtails and different things in there that actually help keep nature in balance. Because see, remember, when we create something, a lot of times we create a habitat in the way in which it looks cool to us. The problem is it's not always efficient. When we create living vivariums like this and we put all the pieces of the puzzle together, then we are recreating Mother Nature the way that Mother Nature expected us to, and the way that Mother Nature intended. And so all of this balance works together, which is absolutely amazing. Now, this is Chad and Balian. We are the Reptile Rangers here at the Kernersville Reptile Zoo and Medical Center. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share away, write us in, let us know what you want to see about. We will see you either on the next episode or we'll see you here at the zoo.
Later.
Later.